Hey everyone, it's Richard Payne here from Keller Williams Select Realty and the RPM Real Estate team. It's gone to the end of August, so kids are all back in school. So kind of it feels a little bit like summer's done, but we want to look at the stats that went on in August and see exactly how the market's performing. Are we still in that balanced market? Are we back into the seller's market? Or are we kind of creeping a little bit back into the buyer's market that we know and love for the last 5 years of the Halifax market? So we know that it's been a really good trend for March, April, May, June and July. We've been trending downwards, which means we've been getting into that seller's market. And when we look at what happened in August, we're back into more of a balanced market. 5.8 months of inventory on the marketplace, average selling price of $310,000. 96% if you look at how much we sold for versus how much we listed. So that gives you a bit of an idea in terms of when you look at a house for sale and then it actually goes sold, what was that percentage? So roughly a 4% discount. Now 79 days on market, which is pretty quick. Like I have to say, we're used to the 100, 110 days on market and we're sliding into 79 days and it's been pretty consistent in the 70 to 80 to 90 range over the last 4 or 5 months. So that's a really good indicator of really a strong market, and that's what we've got here in Halifax at the moment. Now, yes, that can all change, but right now we're looking at August and what's gone on in this year. So when we look at how many houses were active at the end of the month, we had 2,657 and we sold 457 homes. So that gives us basically a 68% sale to new listing ratio. So when we look at how many homes we listed and how many homes we sold 457. We listed something like, what would that be, 68%? You're looking at probably like 800 homes. Maybe a little bit less than that, and that's a really good ratio because it shows that we're eating into the inventory, which in turn leads into the 5.86 months on market, firm, balanced market. Now, when we look at some of the interesting ones that's going on there, and just a quick thing, the 457 homes was up 8% on last month as well. So it, again, shows that marketplace that we're in right now, that we're doing a really solid inventory marketplace. Now, when we look at what's going on in terms of the individual neighborhoods, we look at some of the top sellers and it's like no real surprise. It's still the same top 3 every time. It's Prospect, Timberley, St. Margaret's Bay up at 44 homes. We look at Bedford, they creeped into 39, quite a few new developments in that particular market. Parks of Bedford West, Cascades, Waterbury Park, they're selling again. And then we look at Sackville being that first time home buyers market coming in at 3rd place. Now, we'll also check out what the inventory is on there. So inventory in terms of Prospects and Margaret's Bay, 6.2 months, creeping up a little bit into the top end of that buyer's, bottom end of the buyer's, top end of the balanced market. Bedford, 5.3 months, firmly entrenched in a balanced market, 5 to 7. And then Sackville, 4.8, so just creeping into that seller's market. Now, I've chosen deliberately to make sure that when we look at some of the months of inventory, that we've got a solid number of actives, because if there's only 5 actives and 3 houses sold, such as we look at Halifax Central, you've got a screaming seller's market. But it's not really true because you've only got 5 homes that are active for sale. So it doesn't take a lot of sales there to make it that market. So when we look at some of the other marketplaces, like we look at Portland Estates, they're at 3.6 months of inventory with 120 homes active, sold 33, so just creeping in at 4th place. But key thing is 3.6 months of inventory with 120 homes for sale. That's a good, strong seller's marketplace right now. Kingswood, Halliburton Hills, Hammonds Plains, they're at 5.8 months as well. So they're, top end, middle of the balanced market at the moment. Now, when we look at Fall River, my home area, we're at 7.5 months of inventory, which is great for us. We don't tend to be that fast a moving market. We've got 179 homes and we sold 24 in August. And September's kind of looking a little bit similar to that. It's been pretty active around here right now. So that's some of the key ones that we're actually looking at. Fairmount, Clayton Park as well. They're at 8 months. So they're actually encroaching a little bit more into the solid buyer's market that we know. So lots of changes going on, still staying in a really good positive market. There's nobody setting the world on fire. 5.8 months is a nice balanced market. 6 months, halfway between 5 and 7, which is the balanced market. So it's a really good time if you're looking at actually thinking, is it time to invest? Is it time to buy? Is it time to sell? Just shoot me an email, send me a text message. We'll give you all the answers that you're looking for. And we can dig a little bit more into your specific neighborhood, your street, your area, because it can change very quickly depending on what's going on in your particular street right now. But weather's still okay, so we've still got that good. Buyers are out and about looking at properties right now. So if you've got any questions, you know the details, give us a shout.